Hello everyone. So I was very much anticipating this movie just from a very cool art style and everything from it. But Guillermo Del Toro's Pinocchio has finally aired on Netflix. It comes in at just a little under 2 hours long, and of course, directed and written by Guillermo Del Toro. And it has a really great cast attached to it. We have Ian McGregor, who of course plays Jiminy Crickets, David Bradley as Geppetto, Ron Perlman as Podesta, you have Finn Wolfhard as Candlewick, Christoph Waltz as the Count in this. There's just so many great voice talents that come into this into this work here. But yeah, really without further ado, let me get into my review for 2022's Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. So again, seeing the trailers, the concept images, all that, I was really excited to see what Guillermo del Toro's amazing, super unique, amazingly creative mind was going to be able to bring to this world in terms of his art style, in terms of his creature design, in terms of his storytelling, and again, just all those brilliant things that he's able to do, how he's going to bring it into this iteration of Pinocchio. So, of course, the story stays mostly the same. And if you've seen most any iteration of Pinocchio, this does follow most of its suit. There are a few things and a few kind of like little stories within it that were new to me. I don't know if they're completely unique in terms of each iteration of Pinocchio, but there's a few things that I just found that they handled: fascism, nationalism, war. There's just so many great concepts that they were able to bring into this film that I just found were touched upon in so many great ways and just explored very well in terms of, again, to giving enough for the kids to understand the base of everything. But this is a very adult telling of the story, and it's really dark and disturbing, and it does get into some very hard and adult themes within this film. That's again to I want to say I don't want to say this is a kid-friendly version of Pinocchio. Of course, there's still all those elements within it, but this is a very adult telling of the story, just because, again, to a lot of the heavy subject matters that they get into, and I found were handled extremely well. And again, to just everything, or just everywhere that Pinocchio goes, everywhere that Geppetto goes, I found that they were able to just bring all those messages home in a way that just truly fit the characters, truly fit this world. And again, to how it was animated was something extremely special. And I do really want to say that this is my favorite iteration, or my favorite adaptation of the Pinocchio source material. It's really well done, and then it's just in every single way. Again, too, with all the voice talents, I found everything was just extremely well done. I thought Ian McGregor was an amazing Jiminy Cricket, and all the voice talents just absolutely knocks it out of the park and brings so much life to, of course, the animation that has so much life within it and so much detail within it. I loved seeing, of course, too, just Italy in this in this animation style. I found there's just so many great details to Pinocchio that, of course, too, those little details make their way into the story, which is exactly what I want to see with really any projects. But just so many cool things that, again, to just build up the message and make for some very heartwarming moments within this adaptation of this film. And into the voice talent absolutely knocks out of the park. There's so much detail in this world, and it's beautiful to look at. And again, too, when you explore the deeper meanings behind and all the shots, the angles that Guillermo uses in this, it's pretty special what he was able to create. And again, too, watching there's like I had it recommended after I finished the film, was the making of this film, and just how much detail they had to put into all of it to style it is something pretty great, and made me appreciate the movie a lot more in so many ways. Again, to just the amount of work that went into it, but made it so perfect in so many ways to tell the story in so many like just little details. I found was, again, just I love that when it comes to films, and this movie had a ton of it. So that just made me, again, appreciate the filmmaking of it so much more and appreciate the movie so much more. I really like the pacing of this movie. There's so many great things. And again, too, with the voice actors, I wasn't expecting so many songs within this film, and there's a few original ones that they're able to do with it. And yeah, the songs are really good. Easily some of my favorite songs that I've seen, again, too, in the any adaptation of Pinocchio. They're really well done, very well sung. They're catchy. Again, too, they do Jiminy Cricket a little dirty sometimes, where he starts to sing and they'll cut him off a few times. But I really enjoy the songs in this. And yeah, I want to go back and watch it, and I get to learn the lyrics a little bit. So they're just very, very well made, very, very well produced. Everything sounds great. So I get to, but from the songs and just everything else within this, the sound design is very, very well done, mixed with the animation style. I really, really enjoyed this movie, and I had a score in mind when I was getting close to the end of this film that was a little lower than the score I'm going to give it right now. But the ending of this movie is beautiful. Kind of starting to have to suppress it right now because the end of this movie did make me tear up because it's an absolutely beautiful story that's again to just everything hits so hard when it's expressed to you at the end of this movie that again too just with the amazing voice acting of Ian McGregor and the beautiful storytelling and just again too how that story worked into the world design and the character design was so special in so many ways. And again too it hit me in a really really good spot. Of course too this movie teaches you a lot of things and just made full use of the talents of again too just every single production of this, the characters, the voice actors, and again too just the source material. It's beautiful and it's amazing, and it's easily, I want to say, my favorite animated film of the year. And so many things that I was able to do. And again, too, just like those final few minutes of this film just really bolstered everything to do with the movie. I mean, I was loving it all the way up to the end. But again, too, those last final minutes just is so special and so well done and just made me love this movie. And that's why I'm gonna have to give Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio a 9 out of 10. It's easily, I'm pretty certain, gonna make my top 10 list of my movies. The movies that came out this year because it's just amazing and special and easily one of the best adaptations of any source material that I've seen in years. It brought so much more life and meaning to just Pinocchio, and yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend this one to anyone to watch. So if you've seen Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio on Netflix, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. And of course, if you liked this review, definitely give it a thumbs up, and you check out everything I do on my channel through, well, I'll link some playlists up top here for convenience sake. Thank you for subscribing and turn that little ringer on so you know when I upload new videos. If you want to check out the description of this video and my channel bio, there's a link to the Media Mountain, which is my Discord where we talk about movies, video games, comic books, TV, pretty much everything that's awesome in this world. So you got to join that amazing community, help make it even more amazing than it's already. And yeah, just awesome, guys.
Sky blue eyes, I see a world behind them. No more time, sinking into the silence, reaching out for something